Open your dating app. Swipe left, swipe right. Another profile appears. It feels like you're choosing. But what if the app has already made its choice about you? Your dating app isn't just matching you, it's ranking you. And the algorithm has opinions about your face, your skin tone, and even your desirability score. Most people think dating apps simply introduce compatible people. In reality, modern dating platforms use AI and machine learning systems to decide who gets seen, who gets buried, and who gets recommended first. Those decisions aren't random. They're driven by data collected from millions, sometimes billions of swipes. Today, we're looking at how these systems work, what researchers have discovered about bias, and why the algorithm shaping your love life may know more about your online dating value than you do. Dating apps are, fundamentally, recommendation engines. Instead of recommending movies or songs, they recommend people. Every swipe, every match, every message, every profile you linger on becomes another piece of training data. Platforms use this information to predict one question: who is most likely to receive a positive response? The better the prediction, the longer users stay engaged. Earlier versions of Tinder reportedly relied on an ELO-style rating system, a ranking method originally designed for chess, to estimate user desirability based on interactions. Tinder later said it moved away from that approach and now uses more complex recommendation systems that consider many signals rather than a single score. Today's systems evaluate far more than location and age. They may consider which photos receive the most positive reactions, how often profiles are liked or skipped, how quickly conversations begin, whether users exchange messages, how frequently matches lead to longer interactions. Some apps even use AI to help users select profile photos that are predicted to perform better. Others offer AI-assisted profile writing or conversation suggestions. None of that sounds particularly controversial. Until you remember one important detail. Every prediction is built from historical human behavior, and humans are not perfectly unbiased. Researchers studying online dating have consistently found that attraction patterns differ across demographic groups. Multiple studies have documented racial preference patterns in online dating, with some groups receiving significantly more attention than others on average. These findings don't mean every individual shares those preferences. But when millions of interactions become training data, the algorithm learns from aggregate behavior, not individual fairness. The AI isn't deciding who is attractive. It's learning who previous users tended to reward with attention. That distinction matters, because copying historical behavior can also copy historical bias. Imagine teaching an AI to recognize successful profiles. You don't explain beauty, you simply show it millions of examples. It notices patterns. Certain facial expressions receive more likes. Certain lighting performs better. Certain poses attract more attention. Certain demographics receive higher engagement. The system doesn't understand why. It simply learns that these patterns predict future swipes. Now imagine this process repeating every day. Profiles that already receive many likes become more visible. Greater visibility produces even more likes. Those additional likes reinforce the algorithm's confidence. Meanwhile, profiles receiving fewer interactions become less visible. Lower visibility means fewer opportunities. Fewer opportunities produce even less engagement. This is known as a feedback loop. Think of it like a popular song on the radio. People hear it because it's popular. It becomes even more popular because people keep hearing it. Recommendation systems often work the same way. Small differences can grow into large ones. Beauty standards also influence training data. If society already rewards certain appearances more frequently, AI systems trained on those interactions may unintentionally reinforce those preferences. Researchers have also explored how facial analysis algorithms can reflect biases present in their training datasets. Even if a dating app never directly evaluates race or attractiveness, other signals, photos, engagement rates, profile characteristics, and user behavior can indirectly reproduce similar outcomes. The algorithm isn't asking, "What race is this person?" Instead, it's asking, "Who is most likely to generate engagement?" Those two questions can sometimes produce surprisingly similar recommendations if historical behavior already contains bias. For many users, dating apps feel personal. Every match, or lack of one, can affect confidence. When someone receives very little engagement, it's easy to assume something is wrong with them. But sometimes the system itself may be limiting whoever sees their profile. Most platforms don't reveal how ranking works. Users rarely know how often their profile appears, how many people skipped them, how recommendation decisions are made, or whether they're shown equally to different audiences. That lack of transparency creates uncertainty. Psychologists have long linked repeated social rejection to increased stress, anxiety, and lower self-esteem. Dating apps don't create those emotions on their own, but recommendation systems can amplify them by shaping opportunities before users even know they exist. Researchers have also reported persistent differences in match rates across demographic groups in online dating datasets. Those differences don't prove intentional discrimination by dating platforms. They do show that historical user behavior isn't evenly distributed. When AI learns from uneven behavior, unequal outcomes can persist, even without anyone deliberately programming discrimination. Perhaps the most surprising part is this: many users don't realize they're being ranked at all. They assume every nearby profile has roughly the same chance of appearing. In reality, recommendation systems prioritize some profiles over others based on predicted engagement. That's how recommendation algorithms work across much of the internet. Dating is simply one more place where ranking shapes experience. So, how do we make AI-powered dating fairer? The first step is transparency. Users should understand, at least broadly, why certain profiles are recommended and what signals influence visibility. Not the entire algorithm, just enough to understand the rules. Second, give users more control. Imagine choosing between different discovery modes. One focused on shared interests, another prioritizing recent activity, another minimizing popularity-based ranking. Instead of one hidden algorithm, users could decide what matters most. Third, independent audits. Outside researchers should be able to evaluate whether recommendation systems consistently disadvantage certain groups. Financial systems are audited. Medical devices are tested. Algorithms shaping millions of relationships deserve meaningful oversight too. Finally, regulation. Around the world, lawmakers are beginning to examine AI transparency and accountability. Employment, finance, healthcare, and other high-impact systems are already receiving increased scrutiny. As AI becomes more deeply involved in personal relationships, policymakers may eventually ask whether dating algorithms should meet similar transparency standards. The goal isn't to eliminate AI. Recommendation systems genuinely help people discover compatible matches they might never have found otherwise. The challenge is ensuring those systems remain effective without quietly reinforcing existing inequalities. Dating apps have changed how millions of people meet. Artificial intelligence has made those platforms faster, smarter, and more personalized. But personalization always involves ranking, and ranking always reflects assumptions hidden inside data. Sometimes those assumptions are harmless. Sometimes they deserve much closer examination. The next time you open a dating app, remember, you're not only judging profiles. An algorithm is continuously learning from your choices and deciding how other people see you in return. So here's today's question. Should dating apps be forced to show users their attractiveness or desirability score? Comment below, yes or no, and tell us why. Because understanding the algorithm may be the first step toward questioning it. If this made you look at your dating app differently, hit subscribe. Next, we dig into AI used in job interviews.